Hello, everyone, and good evening. Welcome to a new season of American Idol and a new season of Reality Hour. And happy 2023. We are here. We are discussing, like I said, new season, and we got the whole panel here. How you guys doing? How you doing, Eric? How you doing today?
I guess I'm first. I'm doing good. Wearing my new David Cook merch that I got since the last episode we recorded, so I'm very happy about that. And I'm very happy that I got a ticket to see Leah Marlene in concert, and coming up in May. That happened today. And then, as we'll talk about later, I'm assuming the three of us, are going to be making a trip in July to see Jax, which we're very excited about.
I think we're actually seeing Big Time Rush, but we don't actually.
We don't care. We're seeing Jax.
And best for last, who I just had to, because if you watched our Dancing with the Stars coverage, how you doing today, Grace? It's good to talk to you.
I'm doing okay. I'm pretty tired, but American Idol's back, and I'm super happy because I love this show so much.
Yeah. We're going to do another draft, I assume, at some point.
And I'm going to win.
I don't know. I have a good feeling about this year.
The coin toss this year, because whoever goes first we all know who we're gunning for, and we'll get to him later. But
I don't know. We will talk. We're going to go through the episode, but before we touch base on the episode, how have you guys been doing? How's 2023 been treating you?
It's been good. Very, very busy. I actually, after October, I took a break from grad school, but I'm back in. So I've got that. I've got a job. I've got a choir. I'm a busy, busy lady.
What about you, Eric? What's up?
Going to lots of shows, doing the usual stuff. I've been watching America's Got Talent All Stars, despite myself. And I will say Tom Ball. I'll just spoil it for people watching this because no one's watching this. He doesn't win, but he freaking should have because he's so good.
Don't spoilers. You never know who's watching.
I'm not gonna say who does win.
The only thing I'm looking forward to is, and I hope this happens, that Anna Maria's finale duet is with Darcy.
I don't know, but I'm hoping so also.
Has there been any did either of you watch any bit? I know Eric watched a little, but Grace, did you watch any of AGT Champs?
I watched some of the performances, mostly from the contestants I liked.
That's pretty much what I did also. I didn't watch everybody. I watched clips.
And I watched the people who made it through, if I didn't know who they were already.
I started, but then I started like casually watching clips, like not a show. But then some moments happened that just completely turned me off the entire thing. And I just like
Emil
and Daryl, like just some of these moments where I was like, no, this show sucks. Yeah. I was like, maybe I'd give it a chance. And I was like, nope, we're out. And I
totally understand that.
I haven't even watched clips or nothing. I think I didn't even watch Seth Ward's performance. That's how bad it's gotten. Did Dustin Sojo? I think I watched a second of them, but I think they were buzzed, which is...
Of course they were.
So was Seth Ward. And Seth Ward tried to claim that he... Oh, by the way, when Simon tried to claim that he didn't invite Seth Ward back to the show, 3 words, Simon. Yes, you did.
That show is not just bad.
But really he was
bad.
But on the other side of the planet, I've also been watching Australian Idol, and I feel like I'm like one of the only people watching it because the ratings have been terrible, and it's clearly coming back for this year, and then it won't be back again. But they have some good people on that show, and I would say go watch on YouTube, but you can't without using a VPN. So they're making it difficult for me to say that.
Oh boy.
Anywho, let's talk about this idol, this year's people.
What do you guys think of the premiere?
Genuinely, I think it might have been the strongest premiere the show's had in years.
Grace, what do you think?
I enjoyed it.
It's weird. I'm kind of... I'm like, it was all right. I mean...
Really?
Yeah, I didn't, I don't have any favorite contestant, or anything. No one really jumped out.
Two jumped out at me that I could seriously see myself rooting for.
I don't know. We'll see. It was.
Not
I was
everybody
like,
win, but I can still see myself rooting for him.
I don't know. It's very weird. I haven't been like that taken with American Idol in the new era. Like I don't feel like attached or as invested as I was in the Fox era. I think Maddie is the exception, but otherwise, like,
Okay.
maybe it's the casting. Whatever.
I don't think it's the casting. I think it's that they rushed the show.
Although
Yeah, can we talk about that? What's the schedule for this year? What are we doing?
Same as last year, as far as I can tell.
I don't remember last year. What was last year?
Last year was the same as the year before that, basically.
So like 24, 23, 20.
And then basically once you get down to the top 12, you have like 5 weeks. 4 weeks. 4 or 5 weeks.
That's awful.
It's not awful. It's actually better than all the other shows are, actually.
I was going to say,
You have a very low bar, Eric.
The Voice has 2 weeks of live shows this season.
Does it really? That's it?
Yeah, and I mean, I know, like, it's Blake's last season. They're going to set it up for him to win and then leave, but seriously, 2 weeks is not enough.
At that point, at that rate, what's the point? Like, why bother?
At that rate, there is no point. I think Idol is like the bare minimum for me to get invested. So
the real point of the American Idol show, like from the producers, is the auditions. Like that is the most important part of the show. It's all about the viral moments, and anything else is just.
I would say that, but honestly, the coast to coast live shows have done well on the ratings also. So
I think the auditions did well for Fox because they were exploiting people, and ABC's not really doing so much of that, which is one thing I actually like about ABC Idol, that they're not exploiting people that are just there to get on TV who know they're terrible. But that was really the big thing for a long time.
But that's how the show is. They have like a big opening, and then the ratings just continually bleed until the show eventually ends. So like, it's very front loaded from like a producer's mind. Like, you want the best ratings so that the bleeding is less as the weeks go on.
Okay.
I don't know.
Anyway, let's go through our contestants, shall we?
Alrighty.
I only watch for people who made it through. So.
Okay.
We also got the return of the platinum ticket, which is a complete rip of a golden buzzer. You know.
Yeah, minus the confetti and the slow motion.
Don't jinx it. They could do that.
I had this realization though, mostly during AGT All Stars, like when Terry Crews came out to give his golden buzzer, they knew because I mean, well, first of all, to be fair, Terry's the host and he's not at the judges' table.
Well, they always know. I mean, by the way, spoiler: they film it multiple times, so it's all fake.
Well, yeah, that I believe. But like, as soon as
Wait, what
Terry
do they film multiple times?
The kids were like,
they filmed the golden buzzer twice.
Multiple times.
This is news to me.
They probably have to just to like get like extra angles.
TV is a lie. Next thing you're gonna say, reality TV isn't real.
Well, it's not.
Correct. Anyway,
it was a joke. Man, I think the golden buzzer was the beginning of the end for these shows. If I'm being honest, it's the metaphorical shark being jumped.
Okay, you can argue that.
All right, so we are back for a new year. We have the same panel. Do you think this is the last year of this panel?
God, no. I wish, but no. I really
well.
do.
Let's start going through some contestants. So up first, kicking us off, Haven Madison doing 15 in original. I was not a big fan of this. I thought it was very, the exact kind of song you would expect someone that age to write. And I was just like, okay, next. It was like, I didn't really get anything that, special here.
I liked the song. Her voice, I didn't think was quite good enough, I guess. I mean, I know she's 15, but definitely some flaws. I think she might actually make it through, but I mean, she's going to need a lot of work. Even if she does make the top 24, she's probably gone the first week.
Possibly. Who knows? I think she's okay. I think she's got a decent voice. The thing is, we can't judge this song because the song, we're not the target audience for this song. The target audience for this song is teenagers. So
we're old.
Yep. That Grace, as usual, comes out with a more blunt way of saying exactly what I was trying to say. But
hey, next year you and I are going to be too geriatric to audition.
This would have been the last year I could have auditioned for.
Same.
I'm already too old. So shut up.
We would be in the X Factor over group. We would be.
Well, it's over 25, so we would have been there for a few years now.
Okay.
Lucy Love up next, doing 2 songs, Heard It Through the Grapevine and A Song for You. I'm not a fan of either of these songs. I don't know. Do you guys like them?
I liked A Song for You when Dalton sang it, but Heard It Through the Grapevine, I don't think I've ever liked that song. I think that Lucy, when she sang A Song for You, actually was in my top 3 of the episode. I think she has a very good voice. I don't think I'm actually going to be rooting for her to win.
Right.
I don't think she has any chance of winning.
Mm-mm.
But I did enjoy her a lot. So
she has a good voice. I thought the first song she was just doing too much with it.
Yes.
A Song for You, it was better, but it's a song that I've heard about 500 times on the show, which is 499 too many. But hey, got Luke Bryan to change his mind. I don't think she's going to survive Hollywood, but good for her.
Okay. We will discuss that in the spoiler corner, shall we?
I would have cut her, if I'm being honest.
Really?
Like that, they had to force. It was like they had to pull this other song out of her. I was like, she doesn't.
They were just talking over it because they felt like they wanted to.
Yeah, but I really just from the first song. I don't like this business of oh, we need another song. It's too gimmicky. Best foot forward,
I think this year is sort of changing formula for this podcast. Adam's being the stick up his ass kind of guy this year.
I don't know. It's just that I've watched too many seasons of this show at this point. I think that's just where I'm at.
Yes,
all right. Well, let's keep going. We have the next actual performance that makes it through is Colin Stauff. Did I get that right?
Oh, and wait, we don't want to talk about El Rich and his freestyle rapping. That was
no,
really bad.
I didn't watch it. I'll just say, we have plenty of time to learn this guy's name because he's gonna be here till the very end, guarantee it. If he doesn't make at least in the top 3. I mean, come on. He likes horses. His dad's missing.
I like how he likes horses is the benchmark. You know what? I could go on one of these shows and say I like horses. And I guess that'll.
Yes, but
you have to get a horse, though.
It's more that his dad.
You know what? If it wins American Idol, I will buy a horse.
Okay. I will say, actually judging his voice, he is a better singer than the past 2 people who won this show. Not by a lot, but by a little bit. He is probably going to win this season. He is the exact type of contestant that wins the show now. And spoiler alert for the draft, in the past several years, yes. Spoiler, if I win the coin toss for the draft, he's my first pick. So
I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. I didn't even find him that special. I was like, I've heard this guy.
That's not the point. The point isn't that he's good. The point is that he's exactly like the past 2 winners.
I was like, I've seen this guy 10 times before.
Exactly, Adam. You have, and that's the point. You've seen him before, and you saw him last year at the end of the season getting the confetti shower and winning the show.
And the Dunkin' Donuts gift card or whatever it was.
Oh God.
No.
Yeah. This is gonna be the season, guys.
Like Eric pretty much hit the nail on the head. He is very typical American Idol winner. They even also showed him later on in a clip showing his golden ticket before a later audition.
I mean, they're not even trying to pretend that he's not going to win the show.
I mean, he wasn't like I've seen contestants pimped way more in the auditions than him, but I thought, I mean, first of all, Simple Man is another song that I am starting to get like every time I hear it on this show.
Wait, what are you getting like, Grace? I didn't hear that.
Shut up. I thought it started out good. I kind of didn't like it as much. I thought it got worse as it went along, but Eric hit the nail on the head here.
I will say, 3 contestants in, this is the most fun I've had recording a podcast.
It's because I'm being a negative Nancy, Eric. That's what's doing it for you.
Okay, Lyric Medeiros, I think. Now this is the contestant I would have cut. Because the second she had a backup song and it was before he cheats, no, just no. That does not make any sense for you and your voice. And the fact that was your choice means that you have no idea who you are as an artist, and therefore you should be gone.
I do not think she should be singing country at all.
She sure as shit but shouldn't be singing like angry country, because that's not the type of singer she is.
I didn't even write down what her first song was because apparently I wasn't paying attention.
Never was I.
But the first thing I feel like, okay, good singer, probably only made it in front of the judges because of her famous dad.
Oh, she has a famous dad?
Yeah, her dad was a one-hit wonder back in the 80s.
Okay.
So not really famous, but more famous than my dad.
Okay.
Which says very little. Sorry, Dad, if you're watching this. She should not be singing country, and then it turned into the judges' show, mostly the Katy Perry show again, and I'm just trying to ignore that this season as much as I can.
I would have cut her. I would have said no. Which it was very bizarre,
Luke
though.
said no, and Luke is the country judge, so Luke might actually agree with me, which might be dangerous, but
let's just keep going.
Let's.
Zachariah Smith, is that how you pronounce it? Did I say it right?
I guess.
I'm gonna give him the edge over Colin. I think. I think he's better, maybe.
I mean, sure, but does he have a sad story about liking horses and having an absentee father? No, he doesn't. So,
the horse is where I'm stuck. Someone buy him a horse.
Buy him a horse? He works at a burger place. He can't afford.
That's the episode title. Buy him a horse.
It 100% is.
Just buy. Wait, should we buy him a horse or should we buy him a pony?
No. Let's just
damn it.
Okay. I actually think Zachariah was in my top 5 of the night. I liked his voice. Having said that, I don't see him as a potential winner, unlike Adam. I think if it's between him and Colin's 100% the winner. So
you know we're one episode in, Eric.
That's where I'm at right now.
It's one episode. We haven't even seen I don't know how many auditions there are, probably 20, because that's how the show is. But
again, I would love nothing more than to be wrong. But after last year, where we had the exact same winner 2 years in a row, if it's 3 years in a row, I'm just going to see what's going to happen again. So
I don't think I can name all the winners, and we podcasted about them. There was Maddie, there was Lane. And that's, I think, all that I don't even. Who won last year? I don't even.
Noah Thompson won last year.
Who won before that? It was
Chase.
Then it was
just Sam.
And then Lane.
Yes.
We're 5 seasons onto this show.
We're 6.
Jeez, oh God.
All right. So Zachariah's audition. If the only thing it accomplished, it really made me want a cheeseburger. And I can't do that right now because it's Ash Wednesday. But no, I mean, Hurt's so good. He sang it well, but the song kind of calls for it to be over the top. When the judges told me he doesn't have to flip burgers anymore, this might be like the asshole in me talking. I was like, well, no, he doesn't. He's 19. He can go to college and get a real job. But I'm a terrible person.
Ouch. I wouldn't even go that. That was mean.
Even still, you're not stuck in the same job that you have when you're 19.
Okay.
Okay.
EM Tongi.
Who had the most YouTube views last time I checked.
We'll get to surprises for corner. He's got a lovely voice. He is not mind-blowingly amazing in my opinion, but I think he's definitely good enough for the top 24.
Yeah, I mean, Eric, I know you don't watch the stories. His dad passed away a couple of months prior to when the auditions were filmed. So he dedicated the audition to his dad. That explains all the tears and all the emotion and whatnot.
Yeah.
I did like him. I thought the emotion carried it more, but that's what wins votes on these shows.
You'd think.
That and horses. Tears and horses.
Grace really trying to get me to change the episode title, huh?
No, she's not. I'm highly embarrassed when I get episode titles. That's Adam's thing.
Okay.
I thought he was all right. I feel like, yeah, he was all right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for my first favorite of the night? Let's talk about Michael Williams.
Well, let's talk about him, Eric.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I think he's fantastic. Lovely falsetto, great song choice. I had like no issues with his performance at all. I was honestly flip-flopping between him and someone else as my favorite of the episode. And I'm still not sure which one I like better.
His hair's pretty, his voice is pretty. If he gets a guitar.
Yes, he needs the guitar. He needs the guitar. And then he can win.
Exactly.
He reminded me of a guy from a few seasons ago that I don't remember his name. I think it was like Nick, but I don't remember his last name. He had like some beef with the judges.
Oh, Nick the Hot Nick?
Sure. What was I don't remember what his name was.
Either.
I don't.
I think remembers that he was hot.
I remember this guy. Yes, I forget his last name too. No, he's much better than this guy. That guy.
All right. Well, then he reminded me of Johnny from a few seasons back, whose name I also don't remember.
No, this guy. Honestly, I think he's really, really good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny made it to like 5th, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he didn't.
The judges think Michael's going to be in the top 10.
Okay. Well, the judges think 20 people each season are going to be in the top 10 because they, in addition to being bad at judging, we're also bad at math. So.
Another reason they need me on the show.
Okay.
Megan Danielle, You Say by Lauren Daigle.
And with
Daigle or Daigle?
Well,
I found this audition hilarious, if I'm just being honest.
Really?
Because the girl, like, she seems very sweet and she's singing, but she's okay, but she's not great. I don't think she was like amazing. She was just like kind of eh. And then they bring in Lauren Daigle, who just immediately from like the first second is out singing her, like just blowing her away. It's like I was just like,
I mean,
it's not even fair to the poor girl. You just outshone her at her own audition.
Yes, but honestly, I kind of tuned out before we got to that point because when she said she was a Christian artist, I'm like, I respect you for being true to who you are, but you're disqualifying at least 30% of the entire viewing audience from giving a crap about anything you sing after you say that. So,
yeah, was this the girl who's had like in her intro package, she was saying that she was performing in bars, and then it was like, and then they were like putting down people who perform in bars. I was like, that's respectable.
Like 90% of the shows continue.
Yeah, like there's nothing bad about it, and I don't know.
It's okay, but that's not who she is or not where she feels comfortable. That's totally fine. But also, American Idol, you cannot take credit for Lauren Daigle. You cut her twice.
Yeah.
She was in my favorite season.
The fact that she showed up means that clearly she's not mad.
Would you be mad, Eric?
Yeah, probably not. I
If
mean,
I were,
granted, I don't know.
I mean, the show would not have kept her as a Christian singer.
Yeah,
Just because that's not their deal.
But
I think she was only highlighted though because Lauren Daigle was here. Everything else about the audition.
I mean, I hope so because honestly, I would prefer Colin to win over her.
I wouldn't even have put Megan through. Honestly, I probably would have said no.
What if someone buys her a horse? The horse is like a huge power up apparently on the show.
Adam, stop being an ass. But
Oh, now we're making horse jokes. Well, the next contestant didn't get a horse, but he did get a platinum ticket, so that's got to count for something.
Yes. Sorry. Tyson's fantastic. And genuinely, I think deserves a platinum. Sorry, Adam, I can't stop. Oh my god. Okay. Tyson, seriously, let's get this back on the back
on the right track.
Yes. God.
Grace is furiously looking up horse puns.
Don't you dare. Okay. Tyson. This will all be edited out. Tyson is fantastic. Truly a great piano player, great singer. The runs were awesome. I honestly just wish. Sorry. I wish the judges weren't talking over the whole damn thing, because otherwise I'd be listening to this on repeat. Totally deserved platinum ticket. And if the voters can go off talent and not sob stories or horses,
well, he had a small sob story. He grew up with a speech delay.
Oh, he did? Good.
It's things that we've heard on this show multiple times before. And it's pretty common knowledge that music actually helps with speech delays. We learned it back in season 12, and it was even common knowledge before that. But no, I did like his audition, and he was Vegas's platinum ticket. Although the judges saying that he didn't believe he was 17. Okay, he looks 17. He sounds 17. Okay, he performed like he's older than 17. What was that?
That was a BS stupid comment.
Every time there's a teenager on this show, they're like, the judges are like astounded.
Oh my god, you're so much older than you sound. I'm like, you sound so much older than you are. I'm like, no, you don't. Not necessarily, at least. Yeah, he's definitely 17, but he's also very, very good. So
yeah, his voice is really nice. Like the way he carries himself seems older than 17, which is actually an asset, because if you come across as a small child, you're not going to go very far. Like, I'm thinking of the teenagers on this show who have made it far, and most of them have kind of appeared or appealed to the older fans. Like Jordan Sparks, okay, yeah, she was 17, but she had a very mature sound for her age. That kind of thing.
When the judges were all surprised, he should have asked them, why the long thing?
Please stop. I don't even know why I'm freaking laughing. God.
Well, the next guy came in with a bird. Do you want to switch over to bird jokes?
No,
we've opened a whole new door in this podcast. We've done bird puns. We've done cat puns.
We didn't do cat puns
in the past, but today it's horses.
Okay. Okay, please. I'm actually hurting myself. Okay. Let's just move on. Okay. We seriously have to pull it in together before the last audition.
We need to rein it in, guys.
Yeah, Adam.
Do we need to, is it time to mute Adam?
Because I need to.
Hey,
In
I'm
order to
sorry.
calm myself down.
I'm on fire today.
I think
Well,
it's serious when
The
I
next
talk
guy
about
didn't even make it through, so there's no need to discuss. But we do need to end on a serious note because we have Adam's favorite type of contestant.
Yes, a returning contestant.
I
Automatically.
don't remember it all personally, but
I don't remember her either, but I mean, she was great.
mhm.
Especially considering how emotional she was.
Yes.
Can we just move into the spoiler corner here?
Sure.
No, not yet. I want my say. Favorite contestant of the night, by a clear mile. Probably number one in my rankings, and by default because returnees. Always, I will give the edge to a returnee.
I get that, but okay, let's just say you can find me on Mastodon there, and I'm Eric. And if you have, and if I'm gonna edit this, so we cut down the laughter to about a minute instead of 5 or 6 minutes, which is what it was. Yeah, you can find me there. I'm no longer on Twitter. RIP Bird site. Where can we find the other two of you?
You can find me at reality2_Grace on Twitter.
And you could find me at Adam Soapbox. And I guess I'm going to pass this now over to Eric for the spoilers. So giddy up, Eric.
You son of a bitch.
Eric is just shooting daggers.
I'm trying. Okay, so the two contestants, I mean, there were several contestants obviously who did not make the top 24 tonight. The ones that did are Haven, Lucy Love, Colin, obviously, Zachariah, Michael, thankfully, Megan, sadly, Tyson, and that's it.
Kai didn't make it again.
I know. That was the one I was getting mad about. She is the one I'm sad about because she was so good.
And
maybe she messed up or forgot the words in one performance or something.
Well, we'll never know, or maybe we will. But
we probably will. She got the pimp spot.
I know, but they spent so much time on her audition, probably just to pay tribute to Willie Spence, because
100% that's why they did that.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Kaya was on the show 2 years ago, and she was actually Willie's duet partner in Hollywood, and they both did survive the duet round, but she got cut the next round. He made it all the way to the top 2. And he actually encouraged her to come back. He was even supposed to be there, and then the thing happened. She's saying, "I'm here." I thought she kind of sounded like Fantasia, which I don't like Fantasia.
Never do I, but it was really good.
And also, it is so hard to sing when you're crying that much, and she actually pulled it together really well.
Better
I'm not sure I would have given it a standing ovation, but it was really more of a Willie tribute, but it was still a good audition. So I'm kind of upset that she didn't make it through.
I'm a little mad. She's the one I'm mad about. The one I was surprised by was E.M. Tongi does not make the top 26.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat because he got a lot of he got more YouTube views than anybody. Like, people are gonna be throwing rocks at the judges' houses.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. The judges can deserve some rocks. But yeah, I'm not no real surprises, honestly. But yeah, there were a lot of people in this episode who I thought were really good, and I think we might have. I'm pretty sure we saw the winner of this episode, even if it's not Colin. It might be. I think it might be Tyson if it's not Colin. So,
don't mind me. I'm just thinking of another. Oh, never mind. But we'll see. I don't know. It's week 1, Eric. It's early to be calling that.
Plenty of other people we're gonna see who are gonna be really great too. Yeah. But keep in mind that week 1 is always the highest ratings of the season, as you said. So if they like someone and they want to push them, they put them in this episode. Generally.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll see. Anything else? Is that
Oh, God.
what's the week ahead? Anything fun coming up?
Australian Idol top 12 week is this week, which I'll be watching. And America's Got Talent All Stars as the finale as well. And I could spoil that now since we're in spoiler corner. So yeah, Aiden wins somehow.
Somehow.
Was it maybe like a blatant apology for him not winning the time he was on the show?
You could argue that. I mean,
a lot of people argued that was
kind of said you're here because you're here. Terry Crews literally was talking to him in a segment and said, "So you're here because you're trying to make up for losing to Justin Timberlake." Is literally what he's.
Because a lot of people argued that like when V Unbeatable won the second season of Champions, it was an apology for them not making the top 2.
Yeah, I mean, All Stars is basically just like there's no prize, so it's not really a real apology. A real apology would be you win and you get a prize, but
you get a trophy. That's a prize.
And $3,500 or something, whatever it is. But
it's like I think it's good for the internationals because like nobody really knows who they are here, but.
Yeah, I'm very happy at Tom Ball. Tom Ball is getting the most views of any of them, by the way. And he actually should be because
Tom is probably the best singer I've seen on AGT in a few years.
Oh, easily. Best singer I've ever seen on BGT, and best I've seen on AGT probably since Brian Justin Crumb, honestly.
Y'all are sleeping on Emily West, who wasn't even on this season.
Well, first of all, Emily West was before Brian Justin Crumb. And second of all, I wasn't a huge fan of Emily West, but.
Boo.
The only thing I'm hoping for, because I already know who wins and who comes in second, is an Anna Maria Darcy duet. Although maybe I shouldn't want that because ever since she came out, like I've seen articles like meet Romania's Darcy Lynn. I'm like, she's a different person.
Yes.
They're just young ventriloquists.
What I'm hoping is that Tom Ball gets third at least.
Well, we know who the top 2 are. But
yeah.
Aiden
wins. What's his name?
Avery was
Avery
second.
Dixon gets second, saxophone player, and then that's all I know. I don't know who gets third, so or fourth or fifth. I hope I hope Anna Maria and Tom are in the top 5.
We'll see. Anything else, guys?
But yeah, that's it. God, that was good.
What was good?
I haven't laughed that much in a long time. That was like hurting me.
Well, before we, I feel like now we've gotten to a point where the podcast has been actually a bit stable. So,
okay, bye everybody.
Bye everyone.